Hey, it's Steve Shalene here with Pride Transport. We're continuing our driver certifications. This particular certification is on the logging aspects of the Peoplenet unit. I have one right here. JC Robinson's going to take us through logs for Peoplenet.
Now we will review the log screen. To get to your logs, you'll go to your eDriver logs. To change your current duty status, go up to the top left button, Duty Status. Here has all your statuses, your off-duty, sleeper, driving, and all your on-duty possible functions for on-duty. So let's say you're starting your day and you're going on duty and starting your pre-trip inspection. You go to the on-duty, hit Inspect. This is saying you're changing your login, your duty status confirmation. You're changing from off-duty to on-duty. Hit the OK button. It's going to prompt you for your inspections. We're doing a new inspection. Hit the new button. It's going to ask you, are you doing a pre-trip, inter-trip, a post-trip, or a DOT inspection? In this case, we're going to do a pre-trip inspection, so you'll do your pre-trip. And here's your DVIR form right here that pulls up. So you can list any defects that are found on the truck or the trailer. You'll send this macro in. Back into the log screen, and to view your current hours of service for the day, you'll go to the View HOS, and this has your summary of available hours for your current driving, on duty, 30-minute break, and your 70-hour clock. You can scroll down. It also says the hours that you've used for the day, your sleeper burst split, if that's available, your personal conveyance miles, and the rest of it's down for the Canada, so we don't really use that one. To get to your graph, you just go down here to where it says the one day and it has a little graph page, and there's your graph layout. To view your 7-day graph, there's a 7-day right next to it and then an 8-day right next to it. The 8-day graph, I think, is usually the easiest way to find out your recap hours that are rolling back to you. Go back to our day graph. To find out your details of your day, you'll be on your graph page, you hit this little details button, and it tells you step by step what statuses you have used for that day. When you went off duty, when you went on duty, what duty status you did next, and so on. To certify your logs, from your home screen, you'll go to your eDriver logs, certify logs. It's asking DEGD certifies all previous logs are true and correct. You just hit yes, and that will certify all your prior logs. In order to edit any logs from your main screen, you'll go to your eDriver logs, annotations button in the bottom left, and it's going to ask you if you want to edit an existing status or put in a forgotten duty status. For now, let's just go to edit an existing status. So for the day, we've only done 2 statuses for today. We've been on duty and off duty. Let's say I want to go ahead and edit the on duty status. I just highlight on duty, hit OK. It's asking me what do I want to correct it to, either off duty or sleeper berth. Say I want to put it back over to off duty. You always have to put in a required mark in there. I'll go ahead and write in corrected. Hit OK. And it's asking you to confirm your duty status change. Are you sure? Yes. And then that will correct your logs. To add a correction of a forgotten duty status from your home screen, you go to eDriver logs, annotations, forgotten duty status. Let's say you forgot to put some on-duty time at the beginning of your shift. You'll go to on duty, and then it'll give you the date right here. So today's date, let's say I went on duty at 8 o'clock. I need to press over here by the hours, put up my keyboard, and switch it to the number pad, which is right here. It says 1, 2, 3 on here, switches it to numbers. Say I went on duty at 8:25. To get rid of the keyboard, it's that bottom X again. Locations, I'll go ahead and click on here, put up my keyboard again, put it back to letters, type in West Valley. Be sure you put your city and state in there. Get rid of my keyboard again, and it always requires remarks. Say I forgot to go on duty for fueling. My keyboard popped up here to give me some room. So I'll type in fuel. Get rid of the keyboard, the X, and hit OK. So it's giving me a confirmation saying you're confirming that you forgot status, requesting to go on duty. Today at 8:25, are you sure? Yes. So now I have an on-duty mark at 8:25. It will take a while. Once you make an annotation, it'll take a while for it to show up on your graph. So when you go to your view hours of service and you go to your graph and you don't see your edit quite yet, just give it a little bit of time and you should see that shortly. In order to email or fax your logs, let's say to a DOT officer, from your main screen, you would go into your e-driver logs, transmit logs, and you can type in a fax number or an email address, and it'll send your 8 days logs to that officer or whoever is requesting them. From your main menu, for some additional training on the Peoplenet, you go to your main menu. Under the driver, you can see some device training. And here's a few videos concerning the Peoplenet with the navigation, driver logs, and messaging training, etc. To make some adjustments on your Peoplenet, go to your home screen, System. Under Settings, you can manage the backlight of the unit and also the volume. You can also change the language, time zone, sorting, how it sorts your messages, things like that, so to customize it to what would work well with you. To log out of the Peoplenet, you go to your home screen, driver, and you hit log out. It will always ask you to press yes to log out and leave the truck, press no to log out only. When you press yes, it will certify all of your logs, your previous logs. So be sure that you've already reviewed them and that you don't need to make any further corrections because you won't be able to after you certify them. It will also ask you what duty status you want to be logged on when you log out of the truck. From your main menu, the roadside button on the bottom left, you can pull up for any roadside inspections. This will show the officer what all he really needs to see is your what's on your driving shift, your hours of service, and you can pull up the graph as well for them. It's your 8 day right here and your 1 day right here. Go to your home screen, go to the e-driver logs, inspections, and you can edit an existing inspection or you can create a whole new inspection. It will always ask you if you're doing a pre-trip, inter-trip, post-trip, or a DOT inspection.